Patrick Beatty Reviews, the #1 for news. It's Patrick Beatty Reviews, #1 for news. Yeah, tune in, get up. Yeah, what's up?
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
What is up, my gaggle of geeks? Time to talk about Dumbo, which is directed by Tim Burton and is a reboot, a reimagining of the original story adapted by Disney in 1941. Dumbo, a young elephant whose oversized ears enable him to fly, helps to save a struggling circus after his mother was taken from him. The circus is run by Max Medici, played by Danny DeVito. The circus is home to a bevy of circus acts and performers, including Colin Farrell's character, a professional horse rider and returned war amputee, and his two distant children who've also just lost their mother. When the circus plans a new venture with renowned businessman V.A. Vandervere, played by Michael Keaton, Dumbo and his friends discover dark secrets behind its shiny veneer in their search to find Dumbo's mom and reunite them. There's been a really big push from Disney in revamping their original stories from the past few years, from Cinderella and Maleficent to their more successful attempts like The Jungle Book and Beauty and the Beast, and only The Jungle Book really improved on the original in my opinion. The rest have only felt like harmless but needless remakes that were probably meant to just cash in on the property's notoriety, but just that alone. And while there were some interesting ideas introduced in the film, Dumbo wasn't really able to sustain or properly build on the original to make this reboot a worthwhile watch. First, the character Dumbo. He's adorable. He's the cutest thing that you're gonna see in a long time, and the CG was great on him. The film visually pays tribute to the original in many parts, and they did a good job showing Dumbo's cuteness and his big ears. However, it's a little jarring when they're all looking at Dumbo, who's this adorable CG creature, being like, what an ugly thing. It's funny that I can buy a flying elephant, but I can't buy people thinking that he's an ugly elephant. That's just me. The film's overall message of inclusiveness, bringing in the outcast, and loving everyone, I mean, of course, are powerful messages, and they hit to the heart of what the original Dumbo movie was about. I liked when Tim Burton was able to give a little bit more of his flair, but he felt very reserved in this film. In fairness, I'm not this movie's target demographic. I never watched the original growing up and was really mostly interested in this because if you put Danny DeVito in anything, I'm gonna sit and watch it, and having Tim Burton, Michael Keaton, and Danny DeVito all together is just... Look, here. I freaking love Batman Returns. It's my favorite Batman of all time. I know, but as a kid growing up, this was the best one, and just having them return was pretty awesome. Both Keaton and DeVito are great in the roles, with DeVito to me being the MVP of the film. I love this man more than some family members, so if you put DeVito in anything, I'm gonna watch it and love him in it. There are some key differences in the story, mainly the swap out of Timothy Q. Mouse for Colin Farrell's two children, who are played by Nico Parker and Finley Hobbins. It's tough to be critical of child actors, because there's so many other contributing factors that might have led to their performance. However, the relationship between the two kids and Dumbo seemed very hollow. It was really tough to find anything to really connect with when it comes to Farrell and his family, and you could tell the screenwriter had a tough time filling in a full 2-hour runtime out of a 1-hour film. There are 2 to 3 side stories that the film spends a large chunk of time with, but they don't really move any of the plot or characters' relationships forward. Dumbo's story is somewhat sidelined because of it, actually. Where Timothy Q. Mouse didn't really have a story to expand on in the original, this version spends too much time away from Dumbo's perspective, and I wish they'd focused more on him. Overall, this is a sweet movie, and Burton gives a reserved direction with big fish notes and Disney theme park Easter eggs galore. This is a very adorable and cute Dumbo for any kids to love, and they'll love watching him for sure. But in the end, Dumbo feels like a missed opportunity for Burton to go all out creatively, and instead is kind of a harmless yet skippable film for the movie theaters. I'm gonna give Dumbo a 4 out of 10.
Boy, them city folks is sure in for a surprise.
But that's just my opinion. Tell me what you guys thought down below. Leave comments, be civil. Once again, thank you so much as always for watching, and I will see you at the next review.